Okay. So I challenge anyone who's watching this to Google these words. SEO is dead, long live SEO. You will find tons of blog posts going back 20 years, I'm not joking, that every time there was a change in the SERPs, every time there was a change in the paid search results placements, every time there was a change in the algorithm, people would scream that SEO is dead. And they're doing the same thing now, obviously. And this is probably a much more disruptive and cataclysmic shift to search than we've ever seen before. But here's my hypothesis, if you will. Not much has changed. SEO is still SEO. It's the interface that changed. And if you think about it and you go back to the evolution of search, think about the early days of the web. You had all these websites, no one knew how to find them. So we came up with human curated directories. Now, it was an obvious solution to a problem, but it definitely wasn't scalable and it definitely wasn't elegant. And sooner or later, someone came up with the idea of a search engine, and these engines would go out and crawl websites and pull those into a directory. Of course, this said nothing for the quality of information. People were keyword stuffing. And then these two nerds at Stanford came up with this idea as their PhD thesis to develop a search engine that weighs authority based on backlinks. The hypothesis being, if other sites are linking to your content, it must be authoritative. Well, of course, that gets some money, and that becomes Google, and they go on to develop things like PageRank and another 200 search ranking factors to determine what the quality of information is. But this is all still really algorithmic. It's them on their own deciding, okay, well, of these 200 search ranking factors, how authoritative is your content? And of course, things in there are like recency, citations, trustworthiness, and all these things. What AI is flipping on its head here is that the experience is no longer algorithmic. The entire search experience is a lot more interactive. It's a lot more conversational. It's a lot more social. It's not just taking cues from what's on the website and what links are pointing to the website and how recent the website is. It's taking cues to how you're talking to it. So it's actually trying to determine relevance on a much more subjective basis.